He was like, you're following that car too closely. Oh, that's the
This is Daryl.
Hi.
Say hello, hello.
They're on video, sorry. Just saying.
It's cool. Because normally I'd be more involved, but I'm probably not gonna see me much tonight. I got, some health issues.
Oh,
that
it's not good.
I'll be now sitting at my house.
But he's here all night, so.
Is it like cable TV?
Yeah, yeah.
I get
So-
all the time.
Netflix and chill. Do you guys want to hear like hauntings, like stuff that happens or no?
Yeah, it would probably be
Okay.
good.
Stories, whatever, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so first thing with this hallway, as you can tell, this is our military hallway. So if you guys know anybody who is a veteran active duty, or if you guys are, feel free to sign the wall. Oh, awesome, thanks for your service.
Yes.
So yeah, very patriotic here, as you guys can tell. So the first thing I'll tell you, usually we go around a different way, but since you guys have a room, it's a little different. So one of the things that had happened for a long time, you guys can go into this room. There's not really a lot that we've been told that goes on, but it's our event room. But for whatever reason, this door, every time it would open, if you see there's a camera up there,
Yeah.
something would happen to Daryl, because Daryl does live here. So every single time, like, there's nothing bad here. There's nobody bad. But it's like somebody likes to mess with him, especially. So every single time he would come down, like if something happened, it was because this door was open. So now you can't open that door. So just saying. So I will go ahead and show you this since we're over here, but we do have a break room if you guys want to use it as kind of another home base.
I can see it now, I'm still gonna get lost.
Yeah, you will at first, but it kind of goes around in a circle on every floor. So like you'll get your bearings pretty quickly. So break room, like I said, fridge, microwave, coffee maker, all that kind of stuff. I don't think you guys will need the heater or the air conditioner tonight, but.
You sell t-shirts then?
Yes, save that part for last.
Oh,
But
okay.
yes, we do. But if teams bring their t-shirts, that's what this is. This is all the
Okay.
teams who've come to visit us.
Yep.
So they bring us their t-shirts. If you guys have cards or anything like that, feel free to leave us your cards. And here, this is a great room for like knowledge, I'll say, because there's a lot of articles. You know, we don't really ever have any problems with it. This is like, I'm kind of like, what is going on? So we might have to get, is the fly swatter still down here? Okay. we
It's
might
his
have
hat.
to Come back and beat them up. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. That's okay. But the books and stuff that are back there, if you guys want to know more Middletown history, anything like that, those are some great resources.
That's what I saw you doing. You're
There's
right
a
here. You're right here, that's why.
Oh, yeah,
There's
yeah,
a,
yeah.
I walked past the window.
train wreck that had
You're
happened.
somewhere.
I don't know if you guys have heard about.
Yeah, I
this.
heard about the train, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. There's actually pictures and stuff over there.
And they
now.
use this facility for bringing some of the injured over here, correct?
Not the facility, like the
Okay,
school wasn't
okay.
here, but the land.
The land, yeah.
Yes, that
Okay.
was before the school was ever
Yep.
built.
I'm surprised you, I'm so glad you said something about that, because I didn't have a lady at Big Boy about, who's supposed to be there, what happened there, I said, it doesn't have to be about the building, it could be the land itself.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
Don't
the
back
thing
up.
is,
I mean, you're
don't think
I
people
got your head.
know.
Oh, sorry.
You're
and
okay.
you know, like back in the day.
Do you want me to get
you
those
know,
pictures up for you?
They found stuff.
Do you want me to lay them out?
they didn't say,
Yeah, you can.
That's
It's
entirely,
just, you know, yeah, that's
yes.
it. So if there was anything, nobody would have said nothing.
Well, and we're right by a
That's why it's hard to
river.
find a lot of articles on that type of stuff, because a lot of that's hidden.
That's why I love arguing with people.
Middletown itself, there's so much stuff, like, I mean, the river's like right over there.
I was telling them, I was like.
You have to do it like the light.
Here, let me know how you feel.
Yeah, well, I'll have a funny story about that on the way venturing through.
What's the wall of shame?
Oh, gosh.
It's something we're gonna take down. That, when we first started doing stuff here, we actually.
Right, please, Liz.
Yeah, so if we could show you like where the cameras
I'll
are.
light up his IR. His
Yeah.
camera, my IR lights.
So I know some of you guys know, but this is the bathroom.
The women's bathroom is the guy's bathroom too.
Yes, it
So,
says women on there, but you know, sit, stand, whatever.
men will take the W off there tonight.
Yeah. Omen.
You also said Omen? It's Bremen.
Omen.
I forgot, because we just started, but that was our first responders
Okay.
hallway. So if you guys know anybody who's a first responder, or you are, feel free to sign that wall too. So now we get into the fun stuff.
Basement's always fun.
Of course.
I'm like, what is that?
Great, another basketball court.
Yay. Just fun. Something to do tonight.
Yeah, everybody in basketball, so feel free to play basketball or whatever. Just don't break any windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's what happens.
Looks a little flat.
I know, I just need some more air, I think.
I'm in heaven now.
You're like, basketball, I'm not even doing it anymore. I forget it. It's like found it.
We do that at Farrar a lot, play basketball.
That's all right. I know what I was saying earlier. I was like, you guys might be like home here because it's going to be very similar.
Yeah.
Right? So this area here, Jim's very active.
Okay.
Jim is awesome. Probably because of all the fun stuff we play with. So the school was open in 1934 and then it closed in the year 2000. So it hasn't been that long ago. I mean, 19 years, I guess it kind of is now. I'm getting older. But I'm like, oh God. But yeah, in the year 2000, and then lots of activity on the stage. We have a lot of great sessions, like we use Spirit Box or get EVPs, whatever, on the stage. It seems like, I mean, anywhere in the gym, but for whatever reason, I've had the best luck on the stage. Just sitting up there talking. We used to play hide and clap here sometimes. That's pretty fun. And then one night, I'm going to show you guys on here. This was crazy. It was during a public investigation. And like, you know how it is at public investigations. Usually there's so many people and it's like you don't know if you're gonna get anything. Well, there was one group of people sitting up here and there was probably at least like 16 people down here at the time. And the other group of people were like all in this stairwell. Well, like while we were all standing in there, we heard this slam against the back door. And everybody was like, what the heck? Well, one of the teams caught it and right after the slam, you hear a little girl laugh.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool, but then this was the most amazing thing. Both sets of people heard this too, so I'm going to play it twice. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll play it again. Maybe. Don't do this thing. They're like, no! So sometimes it'll work down here and sometimes it won't. If it doesn't, I'll show you guys upstairs. But this was like one of the craziest things. So obviously being a school, we've got a lot of children. And I don't think that there's necessarily because it's a school, but we have a lot of things. Like, we have a lot of people through here. And I know you guys probably have already heard that we have a room with some dolls. And I think some of the children lately maybe have been coming from the walls. Here we go. But this
Oh, the girl?
dang it! Stop it!
Not enough signal down here?
I don't think so.
The camera went.
Really? Is your battery dead?
No, I charged it today.
Stop
Mine
at
turns
school.
on.
It worked earlier.
Mine's working.
So maybe I'll show you guys upstairs. But yeah, she's yelling something audibly. So
Yeah.
they heard her, they heard her. They
Wow.
have a recording farther away, and that was their recording with the really loud. I mean, and you can hear on the end of it, the girl goes, or the guy's like, what was that? And he's like, children. And she's like, there's no children here. So it was like super cool. I like this. But yeah, like I said, the gym is awesome. It's a very fun place. There's not really, like a lot of times, so people will say like hot spots and
Yeah.
things like that. There's some areas maybe where it's a little more active, but I mean, on any given night here, it can be anywhere. I guess.
He did, they brought it back to make it.
A little moldy down here. Musty.
They took the back off, and they took the back off, because there's reviews too. They said that he was using,
Floor looks wet.
yeah, oh yeah, there's gonna be.
Yeah,
some
this
wet
is, we're
spots
getting
down
into the
there.
area where I was telling
Some
them
heavy
earlier.
rains happening.
It's super wet in there. It kind of flooded the other day, so just be very, very careful if you do go in there. But this area here, this is our urban legend stairwell. And the reason we call it that is because we've been told that a little girl had fallen from the top all the way down to the bottom. So we can't find anything to verify that though. There's nothing like in the papers, you know, but we're finding out from some of the stuff that has happened, it was never like talked
Documented.
about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like for like first ward, a lot of the
A
stuff.
lot of the times they
Yeah.
hide that stuff,
Yeah.
they don't want the publicity behind it.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we're finding out some things here and there, but yeah, that's one of the things. So we don't know if this is true or not, but We have gotten tons and tons of evidence, like this is where they heard the little girl yelling, but we don't think it's that little girl. But you could sometimes hear her, like if you put a recorder up there and down here, you can hear her getting louder as she gets closer to the ground. So the story is that the little girl had fallen and that she didn't pass away here, but it was a couple days later. So,
But still, just that experience, that's gonna leave
Right.
a hell of an imprint.
yeah. Well, and when Daryl had moved in, he didn't even believe in paranormal stuff or anything. He's like, whatever. And he thought people were messing with him when they started helping him work. And he had like a feeling of like a little girl that was following him around once he realized it all. And he named her Sarah, and she responds to Sarah. So, but it's funny because he kind of did it. Daryl's, you can't tell today, unfortunately, since he's not feeling well, but he likes to be a little bit of a jokester. So, like, if people were working, he'd go through and be like, Sarah! Just because it sounded creepy.
Yeah.
So, it's like, Daryl.
That's funny.
All right, moving on. So, I will tell you guys, if you do go in here, there is going to be some standing water
I
still.
can see it already,
That was where they did the stoves and everything for the
Okay.
cafeteria. So if you go in there, be super careful because there's pipes sticking out.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
can see one right now.
Yes, so just be super careful. Sometimes there's a frog in there too.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going frog in there.
Rabbit.
We endorse our wildlife here. It's free.
I was looking at
Oh,
those
there.
chips. They look pretty good.
Got a deep fryer?
You're
Got
fine.
Might find a few in the cafeteria.
It's a good shot.
a deep fryer? What you doing?
You guys can go in here. She went into
Okay.
this room, so everybody can go in that one.
So you guys can see me.
Don't be scared.
No, I just couldn't see. I didn't have a flashlight on.
I know.
That's the good thing about this room.
Watch out, there's a pipe there.
I feel like I had some seats so I could see where I was going.
Isolation.
Everybody in?
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and turn the light off for just a sec. So I like to show you guys this because this is the darkest room in the school. It doesn't matter what time of day, it's always dark in here, and it's super creepy. So for whatever reason, whoever's in here,
What is this room?
this was the dry goods room.
No, who?
Dry goods?
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
storage.
Storage.
Yes.
Right.
So they would keep all the food and things like that, and cafeteria workers actually have their office in here as well. But whoever is in here, for whatever reason, they like women. So we found
That makes me
earrings in
out.
here. Men will get responses
Yeah.
and stuff, but women get touched a lot. So like our hair, our earrings. So if you have earrings on, be wary. They might knock your earrings out. And a lot of things, like people will feel stuff get thrown at them, like little small things. My friend was in here. We have something, it's kind of a theme. It's weird. It's like metallic. Like I was saying, like that loud metallic clang.
Mhm.
Well, it's like that in here. She heard something small and metallic get thrown at her and it hit the floor. So it's odd. But then my friend and I, another one, we're sitting in here, like there's a little stoop over there. And she's sitting down and all of a sudden she felt someone put their hand on her back and she just jumped up like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, welcome to Poasttown. Told ya. But this is a great room to start with since it's so early and light out because it's
Dark,
very dark and you're not going to have distractions of cars and things like that. There we go. Yeah. Because when you're in the gym, there's you guys will get some sounds from the cars probably until pretty late, like 11 o'clock or so. And it does calm down. So, I don't think it's too late in here, but kids used to go through this line, so they actually would go through in here and then come out this door with their trays.
It's the lunch line.
Yeah.
Almost makes me want to start singing Adam Sandler's Lunch Lady.
Yes.
I know the song.
Service windows over there.
It's creepy.
We'll find karaoke, we'll do it.
No. Awesome.
Somebody them up.
I know, we got our so yeah, so you guys are down here, if you come down here to West, be super careful.
Is that place squeegee's here?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It came in through the window the other day, so this entire floor is basically a pool.
It just was like
So I've
flooded
been
in
spending the
here.
past few days with this. Everything that came in here.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
So SpongeBob is not original to the school.
I was gonna say, pineapple.
So this furniture was not original to the school either. So if you guys do investigate down here, I would still recommend this direction. Because in the hallway down there, I will have to show you a picture, but in this hallway there's a lot of activity. You have a shadow, and lately we had a couple people have brought us pictures, and they're catching a man. And the one, it's like you can see his face pretty clearly, it's up on that bulletin board. And then the other one, it looks like there's somebody like this probably on the floor. I was like, oh, I was gonna see him. Yeah, it was super creepy. So if it's up there, I'll show you guys before you guys get started. So if you guys have a camera, like if you're gonna put one on a tripod or anything, bring it right there. Yes, because we get a lot of activity going back and forth. That little hole there, I've had people tell me when they're sitting there, they see somebody kind of like peek out at them through the little hole that's over there. So SpongeBob was actually added later because they were going to turn the school into a daycare.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But unfortunately they couldn't because they didn't have the right sprinkler systems in place. Yeah.
There's Patrick. He's in the spaceship.
And we can't leave Patrick out.
Heck no.
Now lately too, I keep forgetting about this because this is newer.
Yeah.
There's a piano up here.
Yeah.
We're starting to get a lot of like,
Things on there.
yep.
Piano's gonna be fun.
Because it wasn't out there before, so I keep forgetting because we never had it before.
Damn pants. Lost weight. Shit.
Let me turn my flashlight off for this part too. It's super dark in here today, but
Huh?
I thought it'd be darker in here, but I'm like, ah, it's too light outside, so it's not super dark like the dry goods room.
The boiler room.
Yep,
Freddy Krueger, come on down.
actually my next story. Oh, here.
Lights, what?
So yeah, this is the boiler room in the school, which I think is always cool because
Isolation.
Yep.
yeah, because you don't get to see the boiler room in a school very often,
No.
so it's pretty cool. Which I know you guys do. But so Freddy Krueger, it's funny, boiler room. When Daryl had bought the school, another idea he'd had was to do a haunted house. So Freddy Krueger was the finishing act. So Freddy stood behind that thing, and then when people left, he would come out at them, and then they run out that door. So yeah,
That would have been so awesome.
so cool. And he probably like ran his claws against it and stuff, and he's so cool. But Daryl was out there like watching the people and stuff, and like people weren't running out. They were just kind of walking out like no big deal, you know. And he's like, so he comes in and realizes his Freddy's not in here, and he's like, what is going on? So he calls Freddy, and Freddy said that he left because somebody came up to him like this, in just a black mask, and just
jeez.
disappeared.
They
It's
just
a-
stared at him like,
Yeah, so he left. He's like, I'm never coming back.
Right.
You know, which the haunted house again, we couldn't
My
get the
dream
haunted
is to get
house.
dragged across the floor by a ghost and get it out of
Right.
dream, so.
Well, that was like when Daryl started to realize maybe there was, you know, some truth.
Is there a name with that? Shadow or?
The shadow.
We are not sure. Like, there's the janitor we knew used to be here, but he had passed away. His daughter had come to visit the school after she'd heard. And then from what I've heard, we haven't seen or heard much about him after she came to visit. So, which is probably good. He probably,
She asked us, because we used to talk about him, she asked us not to mention his name during the tours out of respect. So we're like, we won't.
Sure.
Yeah, just
But people,
the janitor or
when people
whatever.
do catch him every now and then, they have caught his name a few times, and if they do, we'll be like, that's who it is. But we
Okay.
don't ever say.
That's
His name
fair.
out of
Right.
That's
respect.
fair. So if we can figure it out.
But yeah, if you get someone you're like, hey, does this
Yeah.
name sound familiar, we can be like, that's who that is.
I like
Yeah.
how that works.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When I'm reviewing footage, if I message you, you'll know.
yeah. It's not as often as it was, but we think maybe that one was him because we had heard a lot about the boiler room.
I got your good
We have
side.
another shadow
Say, are you
figure,
like focused
but
on
he's not as like intimidating as
Yeah.
Right on the boobage.
what we heard back.
You better
So
edit
he just kind of, another shadow just kind of stand at the end of the hallway.
That'll be the-
Watch
trying to hear why that would make.
That'll be the B-roll,
Put
the
it on
funny
there.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
I got
on?
it.
Put it on neighbors, neighbors. Get it in green.
Yeah.
It is in green
Oh,
right
it's in
now.
green.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
Let's go
You're hanging out with
out of here.
Not me. I just hang
You were in my vision. I wasn't filming anything in particular.
Yeah, so boiler room.
I had your heads in there.
Particular?
In particular. I wasn't filming
So you
anything
guys
in
might be
particular.
getting your bearings. So this area here, this would have been the front of the school. So just to give you guys a little more of your bearings. If you guys do go out any of the doors, you can go out this one and you can go out the one that you came in.
Usually one by the car. Probably.
Just make sure that you close it because we have had a couple instances where people think it's an abandoned school and they come in and they.
I was gonna say, like, when you come back.
I mean, isn't the cameras on the side of the building pretty obvious now?
I don't think so, but not boys.
pointing out each side.
Hey, you see
Yeah,
this?
last time we left the door open,
This is
somebody just walked in, I'm like,
Yeah, we
Hey,
did that.
look at that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's why we.
Hey,
figured
Kara.
that If you go outside, make sure when you come back in that you shut it.
Oh, yeah, we didn't pass that yet, I forgot.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
It's your guys' thing. We just
I
want you
didn't-
guys to the school.
He's like, it's not my name.
It's not my name.
I'll go fix that.
But I'm not
one.
going to apply to this spot, so it can't be
Put
mine.
it on, well,
Cool.
Awesome. That way.
Should have came in this door, we would have actually seen it.
You'll go by it.
Yeah, we would have actually come down the stairs if you guys could see it. See, it's supposed to be a surprise. What? Way to go. And it was. So this is
Airbnb, they got a name on the board there?
this is the teacher's wing.
School Airbnb.
Other places.
On a school
You
Airbnb.
guys hit the
We thought about that.
Surprise.
So actually, it's funny that you say that because in this room, I'm just gonna let you guys look at it.
So you can see here, there's another spot where you pick.
So it's funny that you said the Airbnb. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, I
Is that what it is?
No, it used to be an apartment.
I'm not, you know, interfering or pulling his lights out.
It's kind of cool that wood there.
So yeah, I will tell you guys though, if you sit on that chair, you may never ever want to get up.
Well, I like those chairs.
Oh, yeah, I've had those.
Because it is
I
like,
was gonna say.
that myself, I'm like, I might just move down here tonight.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's super comfy.
It's a little warm down
Ooh,
here.
it spins too.
It's a little warm.
Yeah,
But if you
we'll
go
come
back
in
out
here.
here, it feels good. So this
Is
was
this
the
active at
teacher's
all?
lounge.
Oh.
She wants to stand here. Is this active?
I mean, is there any activity in here worth hanging out for in that chair?
So you can get a
There's a
napkin.
book in there. See the black books? That's another thing I was going to tell you guys when we got upstairs. If you see the black books in a
Yep.
room, I keep telling people we need to put more pens there, but that's experiences people have had while they're in those certain rooms. So definitely feel free to read through them. And if something happens, definitely add to them because
Sure.
I think it's been a while because I need to get pens and I forgot. So, yeah. So the next room, we're not going to go in, but you guys can, anywhere that's unlocked, you can
Okay.
go into.
That's
Yeah,
one thing that we
everywhere.
always want to, there's none in the hallways. They're all.
So yeah, that one's the only classroom.
I guess
on
it
this
never
floor.
dawned on me that there was no lockers in the hallways, but they're in every classroom. That's different.
Oh, I didn't even see him.
Yeah, that's different. Never seen a school with lockers in the classroom.
No?
No, I mean, like in kindergarten, we had the hanging stuff, but not
Elementary school.
grade school or any of that.
I guess, well,
So we always
didn't
had
have
like a
lockers.
room closet when we were in
Yeah,
elementary.
we had little closets, but
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't wear lockers or anything.
Operators.
And I didn't think they were in our classroom, they were still in the hallways. They were in
Yeah.
school,
trying to think.
They always used to take everything out in the hallways.
I went to a school in Tully, New York that had
Crappy
whole
lettering.
lockers in them.
No, that doesn't write too well.
I'm 41, so.
Do you know elementary school?
I'm 20, so.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, cool.
Motionless.
Operators.
Oh.
Something. He's not Jim.
So Seth, I have a feeling some of you guys maybe had spent some time in this area.
We must have spent some time in Africa.
Detention.
I'm assuming the principal liked Africa.
Well, that's what I always joke around, like, I don't think that
That's
the
not
principal was
original.
sassy enough for that, but he might have been, I
Yes,
don't
if
know.
it was.
He might have been cool and liked zebra print.
This is awesome.
Well,
So yeah, this was the administrative office. I always tell people, this stuff doesn't work anymore, so feel free if you're trying to get responses, flip switches, things like that. Sit at the desk, open doors, whatever. But yeah, that was the actual principal's office, and there is a little closet that's around there. I haven't had anybody say anything for a while with the closet, but I used to get people say they had some responses in the closet in there, and the closet's a little bit creepy. But great spirit box sessions. They love Nick here, so a lot of times you guys will probably get his name on
My name comes
EPs.
through a lot in the spirit boxes.
They're starting to say mine, but I haven't been here as long, so.
I'm actually recently been hearing
I'm gonna
it
get lost
whispered
in
in my
this.
name by a girl. I'm not sure where that came
Yeah.
from. It's-
Nice.
It was through the spirit box, but recently.
It's fine. Okay. Like, sorry. Just like all the girls. Yeah, his daughter painted those.
Really?
Yeah,
Where's
she's
that?
super talented.
Oh.
That was the janitor's office.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and another thing, when you guys do go in there, there's fake blood on the wall.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
Just as a heads up. So they had done, somebody filmed a movie or something, so that's
Yeah.
why. I'm always like, it's nothing bad, I promise.
They discussed it or something, you know?
I was like, it looked open. I was like, you can hear it.
Yeah, I mean, they will get a little more worse we go upstairs.
So this is that stairway that that girl called us.
Other one. No, was it this one?
It was this one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was like,
I
meet
think
this girl.
Daryl did.
So, you guys are gonna view at the Dollar General?
The rest
Yeah.
here too. So you would let people downstairs do the rest.
That way they can get through certain places.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this was the stairwell.
Just walking up with it.
Now, I'll let Nick tell the story
What?
about your guys' camera.
Oh, yeah, so Eric and I were doing one of his YouTube videos one night, and this, I usually hear stuff here audibly, and this was the first time that visually I had seen anything that kind of went with the story. So he's kind of made his own SLS camera where it also shoots night vision, so it doesn't just look like the green and everything that you normally see, like his shoots straight up.
You're always in front of me.
So he was standing on this stairwell right here, and I'm holding his camera. Next thing I know, I see a map on top of this banister. So it's not on the banister, it's over multiple depths, it's not false reading anything. So I stand here, I tell him to stop. I look up for a second, I look back down, and it's gone. So I was like, well, that's crazy. So we go back and we review it. He said it's the first time he's ever seen anything actually interact with the maps on there, but you can see a shadow come from, I think it must have been this side, I have to remember because his is also reversed. But it came from this side, it hit it, it looks like the map explodes and then falls down the stairwell. So you can actually see it hit it, you can see through the shadow right here on the banister as well. But as soon as it hits it, it like explodes and both of them kind of go that way.
Alright.
So it was pretty crazy.
And see, people have told us, like, they have asked if she's been if she was pushed possibly.
Yep.
So we're not, I mean, we don't know. So I'll tell you guys a funny story real fast. So Nick and I were here investigating one night, and we were downstairs, and all of a sudden we heard this, and we're like, it's one of those ones like, oh, did you hear that? And your heart just like races.
Yeah.
So we're standing there and we hear it again, and it's even louder this time, and we're just like, oh my gosh. And then a few minutes later we hear, meow, meow. So there's sometimes cats outside, but we have not had that
I was gonna
yet.
say, we haven't heard them lately, so we should be.
Drop them off.
Yeah.
So we have some Poasttown kitties sometimes, but it's been a while, so hopefully, no, that's not wood, not this year.
Boom, boom, boom.
So Daryl lets the fire department, and police department come here and do some training sometimes. This room, I never really thought much of it until I was here with a team one day, and these punching bags started moving like on their own, and it's like, you know, I don't know, that window might be open today, I can't tell.
I don't see it.
No, maybe not, because the glass was just showing through. But, like, we've tested all these theories, but if you ask questions a lot of times, they're starting to act as pendulums. So it's like, they'll go back and forth for yes, and sometimes they'll go around for no, like whichever you specify. And then we've had a medium that had come through, and she said that the kids like to go underneath it and kind of do this and like pop their head on the bottom of it. So it used to just be the black one, but a lot of people are starting to see the white one moving now too. So it just will start moving on its own. It's like we've checked the windows, there's trains that come by, so you guys will hear trains. Sometimes it's like 4, and sometimes it's like 782 trains in the night.
Jesus.
I mean, sometimes you're like, how can that many trains really be on that track that often?
Yeah.
And they go by.
Are they close by? Yeah.
It's like half a mile down the road back here.
Okay.
It's
When I was
close.
sitting here earlier for that like hour, I sat here. I heard no
I haven't heard one yet, so we're good.
Yes. So this is the infamous room that some people have.
So are these actually teachers or are these just?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, some of them have been names on the outside for our teacher that was here, like people that have come
So you
through.
saw it come through that have been like, hey, I know
Oh, God.
this teacher was in this room. We're like, okay.
Oh, God.
That's why if I come in and did some work,
I said,
don't
oh, God.
call for, you know, say a name or,
Yeah.
you know.
It's not as crazy right now as what it was.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So speaking of,
Yep.
Wow.
you said you brought yours, but this is,
I brought Elizabeth, but I guess I didn't need you.
somebody recently took 300 of the dolls that we had because she's kind of modifying them just to make them a little creepy for fun. But this room was a lot more.
I'll have to show you Elizabeth, she's already creepy. She doesn't need help,
Yeah.
she's got a missing eyeball.
This is-
Oh,
Well,
nice.
she's a haunted creepy doll.
That's
I bought her on
fantastic.
eBay.
I love
It
that.
was, you know, one of those YouTube videos, bought a $100 eBay thing, yeah, so.
This room also, so you guys know, you will get some EMF interference on that wall, because that's where some of the wiring goes to.
Yeah.
Outside to one of the cameras that he has outside, so this is a room where you'll get a lot of that up there.
My kids used to have one of those.
So it's just like,
So this
I
room,
think I had
it
one
didn't
kind of
start
like
out
round wood.
as anything that's crazy. So the little shelf over there actually was like just that. Like there was a few dolls here and there. And then as Brenda and Daryl had lived here longer, they realized that there were kids here. So she's like, every time she'd go to the thrift store or something, she would see one pick them up. Well, now teams have started bringing them to us too. So it's like, it's expanded over into that room. So this is the music room, and then that was the library.
Remember the little kid in the corner of the bathroom at First Ward?
Yeah, that creeps me out.
Yeah.
It always got me. The first time I saw that kid just standing in the corner, like.
Yeah, it gets me every time I go take a
Just-
leak.
We should put ours down in the bathroom too.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It just sits in the corner, yeah, that's all he does.
So lots and lots of activity in here, as you can imagine, since there's so many fun things to play with. We have, God, I mean, I can't even go into all the things that we've heard, but we hear a lot of audible voices, a lot of the kids like laughing, whistles. We've been hearing grown-ups lately, which is new. Like we've had a couple like women in bed lately, and they will yell at you. So it's pretty crazy. Like they was down the hall one day. Was it a man or a woman?
I've heard a man and a woman.
It's the same. So it is
Both
loud.
say hey, super, super loud. You have to be a little bit careful depending on if that door's open or not. 'cause
Oh, yeah,
people are
yeah.
talking out there. It'll carry a little bit if they're loud. So if you hear it while you're in here, and I always check that window as soon as I hear something like, maybe it's somebody at a dollar store, so just kind of be aware of that as well.
Well, after 10, you'd be all right, though.
Oh, yeah, when it
Oh, yeah.
shuts down, you'll hear cars, but you will not hear any kind of talking.
Yeah, so any talking that you hear after that is probably something else in here.
I swear to God, this doll just blinked at me, but I hope not.
Did it?
I don't know. I swear it did on. I thought it did on the camera.
That's nice.
That would be great. You have to do a video, you have to send it to us.
Right.
I haven't seen that.
Huh?
Doll room, why not, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's like she
I'll come
looks.
back and reshoot it, but I can throw this on Instagram.
I should be able to do live video from here as long as I got signal. Live.
You probably could.
Facebook.
My phone is
Live.
just
Here you'll
terrible.
be.
Live Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, up here you'll be
Yep.
good.
So that was the overflow. So
That's okay, they'll like the doll room.
Pick up.
Is there a light that I can flip on in here that works for the doll room?
Yeah, over by the door that we
Okay.
went in,
Okay,
there will be a light there.
Okay.
That'll turn on.
okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's got the room. He's got this one too, though.
Maybe not. Oh yeah, that one, that'll work
There
too
we
for
go.
the
This is
live.
not designed for short people.
Oh, you're telling me.
That's why there's a brick back there.
That's how the chair back there.
Stand on it.
I was like, that is not designed for short people.
I'm not even sure why he has those.
Picture shots, you know, like,
I mean,
something fun to
probably
do.
so.
Edit the burp out.
He has so many random things like that too. I'm like, do you want the light on still, or do you have?
You can leave it on because I'll come back up with the phone
Okay.
a little bit.
So tonight, before you guys go to
Yeah.
bed, just make sure that's lit.
Yeah, mhm.
Off.
Oh,
Almost every
We'll be
hallway
shooting
has
this
a light
anyway.
that you can turn on, so I mean,
Yeah.
you won't have any issues with that.
So this room is used to be a math tutoring room. So we haven't really had a whole lot of stuff in there lately, but we used to hear footsteps in there. The bathrooms, please do not use these bathrooms. Somebody did, and they do not work.
They're not, you can investigate them, but do not.
Yes. Yes.
hey, we saw a wolf today, didn't we?
I like the sign.
So feel free to move him around at
Yeah.
school.
Oh, geez, move
Kind
on.
of the Poasttown mascot.
Yes. He gets moved all the time, so.
Most times
He's
we
very
know where
loved.
he's gonna
I'll
end up.
start putting him in some odd little places. You're gonna be like, where the hell is he? And like a month, be like, why is he there?
Yeah. It would be very sad if he was gone for a month. though, so don't
Well, he'd
worry
be in the
about it.
building, you just gotta find him.
Jeez.
It's like I crammed him into a locker.
No, I wouldn't put him in that.
I know.
I'd put him in a weird spot, where he just like a weird, what's his name back behind over there? Yeah.
This was. Oh,
We moved
you're
things
like
around.
kingdoms.
Or you were finished. Because they had skeleton. So I moved the skeleton from different places in the shop. So every time she comes in the morning, the skeleton would be a different place in the office. She's like, and she might go to her boss, like, I don't know why this thing keeps moving, so I found out her boss. I told him what I was doing, so he knew what was going on. So that
Hello, Kara. You want to read us a story today?
I have books in my car.
And she
Yeah.
took a video of me moving skeleton, she's like,
seat on it. It's pretty big.
Wasn't me.
Hell yeah.
That's cool. Brenda was actually, it's funny that you did that because Brenda was up here one day cleaning. Brenda's Daryl's wife. And she comes up here by herself sometimes and will clean or do whatever. And she said, she heard that one day. And she's like, so she comes in and looks, and she had set the ones up that had fallen. And she goes back to cleaning again right after she left, same thing. And she's like, nope.
Nope.
So this room, really good room too. Lots of toys again. This was our special needs room. So this was for like special needs education in here. And this room, I love telling this story because we had a team come out from another location. And they were like, how, it's a school, how can it be haunted? You know, there's probably no one there.
See, this goes back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah, that's why I laughed when you said that. They're like, oh, there's nothing there, we're gonna go do something. So we're gonna do videos.
Yeah.
So they come in, and the lady comes back, and she's telling me this story. And she's like, yeah, we come, and like, one of the ladies wasn't here, she was up against that wall just like this. And she was not coming out, and the other two ladies were down the hall, and she's like yelling for them, like I'm talking to them, get down here, I'm not coming out. And she kept saying this. So she was like, I'm not, no, there's somebody standing in the doorway, I'm not coming out. So the other two ladies are coming up, like, what? So she said when they were coming up the hallway, they heard right in between them, and there's nothing there. And they left by midnight. So it's great. She's like, yeah, so we believe.
Because I mean, she admits that she was wrong.
Yeah.
And she's come back with her son too when we do our junior investigation.
That's cool.
She's like, well, there's something going on here, obviously.
Here we got a little boy playing with the dominoes.
Interaction, Craig. You should know that. Ferris missing today.
Huh?
All right, guys, feel free. Did all the hard work. There you go. This place is huge.
I know. I don't even know where I went. We got a map?
I don't even know where to start.
It's funny because like they have been here for so long.
Some asylums that we go to, it's like multiple floors and multiple locations. And
Well, that asylum that we're going to after this is pretty big, isn't it?
yeah.
They wanted to see. So I was telling them that these two guys had come on like some big event, and then they came back on their own investigation, and they came back for that room, and that was it. They loved that room. And so they're telling us this story, and we had just opened it up that day again when they had come back. It was like the craziest of timing. So as they're telling us that, all of a sudden we hear the loudest noise, like it was just like, what is that? So we come in here where the noise came from. And the chalkboard is a slate chalkboard had ripped off the wall.
Holy cow.
And it was there, but we moved it out of the way. And it was crazy because it was right when we were talking about that room next to it. Because it could have totally been coincidence. It's
It
an
could
old
have been, yeah.
school, but it just was so crazy because we were just standing right there talking about it.
What was that room? Like
It was a nurse's station.
Oh.
This one here?
Yeah, so you guys can feel free to go in there if you want. It's tiny.
The nurse's station.
But the closet back there is what they love. It wasn't even the room. They sat in the closet the entire night.
Oh, wow.
And they said that the reason why is because they were getting such great EVPs and they were getting little like responses on the shelving back there, so they would get taps related to their questions. So it's pretty cool. But just don't go where the door is. Like, please don't move that door and go in there. People are like, why do you say that? I'm like, because if we have to say it, it's because somebody's done it.
It's there, so it's probably the purpose behind it.
Yes. Daryl's just got storage stuff in there.
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be actually.
I just thought you said it or something else said it, so.
Yes. So now we're getting to,
We're in the hospital now.
Since Daryl hasn't been
Yeah.
feeling good.
this is like the main reason people love coming here. So we always say this part for last two.
Oh, there's another part?
Well, the gift shop's the last one.
Oh.
So I always joke around that the gift shop is the scariest room because it's where you lose all your money. So this hallway, you know, I'm not
So,
sure.
yeah, We've never really been, I mean, it's a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure. But yeah, there would have been a ton. I mean, we've seen videos and stuff from back then. So yeah, it was pretty full. Daryl said at one point, this was actually an addition. And in the back part of the school, they used to have trailers where they had classrooms set up because the school wasn't big enough to, you know, take care of
My
our
old school
kids.
was that way.
So this room, this hallway is like everything. I mean, shadows, voices, EVPs, you know, we've gotten recordings of like little mists and things like that. I mean, this is like the hallway where it all happens. It's crazy. So Daryl lives underneath here, and at night, he's just like, good God, because it sounds like somebody is like moving desks around and doing stuff, and he's just like, what is going on? So when he first moved in, it was like before he had the cameras, he said he'd come running up here to see what was up here, and there was nothing going on.
Oh.
But he could hear it down there. I mean, and these floors are pretty like,
Yeah.
you know, like you gotta be doing some pretty heavy stuff to be able to hear it, so.
Kink, paranormal investigators, yeah, in Northern Kentucky.
Oh yeah. So this is the only important thing about this, I will tell you. This is a working bathroom.
Okay.
Feel free to use this one.
If you remember.
But if you do, just make sure you close this door when you get done, because if you don't, it just gets stuck.
Okay.
And you'll be down the hall later, and it's like,
Yeesh.
and you're like,
It's got a hydraulic on it that
Yeah.
it's about 5 to 10 minutes to
Yeah.
catch up to
what
itself.
was that? That was awesome.
Yeah.
And you're like,